but we're to the point that they are now sent us another letter asking for that $36,000 for solid waste, saying that the solid waste especially has issues with it. We've ran the numbers before, and we're probably getting a good deal by paying for it this way versus paying the tipping fee and paying the county for communications. But then again, there's other ways to look at it. This came about in 1993. Voters passed what we're now terming the general sales tax for solid waste and joint communications that is still in effect. Until about 2003, we paid the county all the proceeds from that fund. In 2003, we said, hey, we're sending the county more money than what it costs to fund those two items. So we entered into an interlocal agreement calling for about $300,000 some dollars a year to be given to the county to run those two joint programs. And we've gone from there to now without a significant increase. However, we're to the point where the county's saying costs have increased. We need more money. So is this something that you guys are ready for us to take and go ahead and authorize that additional payment? Or is this something you guys would like to see some more information from the county, and what would that information be? Or
I thought we left it that they were going to prove that they needed the money. Actually, it's an accounting of their expenses. That's what we're waiting for.
That was my understanding. Was the letter of July, says, well, there's currently sufficient money, but at some point in the future we'll have to discuss the problem. We estimate it'll be, or projecting a $36,000 shortage. And then that's kind of what they reiterated at the last meeting, and that's what I communicated to Commissioner Bishop, was that it was my understanding that they were estimating it, but we had never agreed on anything.
I believe that was the discussion at the time. No action was taken, no direction was given to do anything. In fact, it even said in the county commissioner's letters in that last paragraph that, and I'll quote, it says that sometime in the future we will need to discuss this problem. Fortunately, this is not the time we need to have that conversation.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the joint meeting that took place after that, and they said, well, we're still projecting a shortfall, but I kind of thought it was left at a we'll get back to that.
Yeah, I think at that meeting, I think somebody else asked about on the expenses, because at the time we were making the tough decision not to do salary increases and hold our CIP down. And what it appeared to be is that they went the other direction and did some raises and some of the capital improvements. So I think one thing we were asking was, what are you doing to hold costs down? And that's the last we've heard of it, I think.
Right, and we can't lose track of it. Our trend is for our revenue to continue to drop. Our trend, there's no change in our economic situation based upon the finance reports that we received from the finance director.
And I believe, Dave, when was that the last time when the audit happened?
That was back in
Is that enough year?
2002. So we did an audit.
2000? When did the audit?
The year 2000.
2000.
Was it? I'm sorry. I guess I should ask the finance director. I knew Dave was involved in it, sorry. And one thing that I said at the last joint meeting, that I have a hard time moving forward with any kind of a change until they have a true audit done by during accepted accounting procedure, so it's done correctly and it's done by an outside firm. Until they do that, I just can't see changing anything. So, and I don't think we should pay for the audit. I think we're all paying county taxes, and I think they should pay for an audit. So I'll go out. I'll walk the plank on that one. Say it first. Anybody disagree?
No, I do know that in our last discussions, we never really did decide whether or not they would take $3,000 a month or $36,000 in one lump sum.
Right.
I mean, nobody really objected that we really owed it, provided they could prove it.
And I guess that I will send them documentation asking for, at least looking at 2008, 2009 expenditures, their budget for 2010, projected budget for 2011, and line item expenditures that I know we have.
They give us the basic breakdown. We get that in the packet every month, once a month. It's $900,000 this year, according to their county budget that we got in the packet this week. hard to believe they just need 36,000 more on the 900,000 budget, without seeing the expenditure line.
Yeah.
And this is just for solid waste
And the
And
communication.
joint communications.
and joint communications.